Hi everyone, welcome to my lecture series on strategic management. This entire discussion is based on ICSI Professional Paper 5 syllabus. Paper 5 has two parts in it. One is strategic management, which is for 40 marks, and the second part is corporate finance, which is for 60 marks. I'm covering this strategic management part of it. And today we will start our discussion with Introduction to Strategic Management, which is the first chapter in strategic management side. So chapter 1, Introduction to Strategic Management, is divided into 7 subsections for the sake of simplification. First part is strategic management, what exactly the meaning and the process of strategic management we will discuss in this, and followed by strategic leadership. What is the meaning of strategic leadership, functions, and importance of a strategic leader in any successful organization, in the successful organizations, followed by strategic management functions, importance of professionals like company secretaries in a strategic management process that we will discuss in third part of it. Fourth part deals with strategic planning, what exactly the strategic planning is, what are the benefits of it and limitations of it. Fifth part of chapter 1 deals with board of directors who are a critical player in strategic management or a strategic decision making process. What exactly the board of directors consist of, and then what are the roles of board of directors we will see in fifth part of it. Sixth and seventh units are deals with the corporate social responsibility and corporate governance. These are two critical aspects or part of a strategic management cycle. Okay, so we will go through these 7 chapters or 7 units one by one in detail under chapter 1, Introduction to Strategic Management. So let's start our discussion with the meaning of strategic management. Before we get into definitions of strategic management, let's see what is the general meaning of term strategic management in the business. Strategic management is a set of management decisions and actions that determines the long-term performance of a corporation. So strategic management deals with it is a set of management decisions. Okay, and these decisions will determine the long-term performance of a corporation. Two important part of it. One is it is a set of management decisions, right? And the second one is it deals with long-term performance of a company. Hope you guys are very clear with this. Strategic management is a set of management decisions which deals with the long-term performance of corporation. Okay, so then what is the process of making strategic decisions? The first one is environmental scanning. Okay, so whenever any decision needs to be made, any decisions to be made, company should look into what is company's internal environment and what is company's external environment. What exactly the internal environment is? How many people are there in a company? What is the fund availability within the company? What is the skill set of a company's resources? What is the objective of the business? What is the mission statement of the business, etc. And then external environment. How is political condition of a country? What is the legal strengths in that country? And then what competitors are doing? How suppliers are there? How customers are there, which are external to the company. All these things should be reviewed first, and then strategy should be formulated. The second step is strategy formulation. After the environmental scanning, next step is strategy formulation. Once the strategy is made, then third step is strategy implementation. So these are the 3 steps, starting with first environmental scanning, then formulation of strategy. Once the strategy is prepared, then important step is implement it. Post implementation, what will happen? it is necessary that we have to evaluate how the strategy implementation is progressing, whether it is as per the plan or not. If it is not, then take some controlling actions. So this is a five-step process of strategic management. We will see this in detail in the later part. Okay, why do we do this? Why we set the management decision for long-term performance and then we follow this entire process, everything? Simply to achieve the objectives of an organization. Whenever any organization is made, the organization will set up certain objectives, right? Any company, whenever you start any company, you will set up certain objectives. So to achieve that objectives, strategic management helps by making a decisions which are of long-term importance by following this five-step process. Clear, guys? Let's move to next part, which is deals with the definitions of strategic management by leading authorities in the management. In the field of management, Chandler defined strategic management as a determination of the basic long-term goals and objectives of an enterprise, adoption of course of action, and allocation of resources necessary to carry out these goals. Okay, so according to Chandler, there are it's a three important points in this. The first point is setting up of goals and objectives of a company, goals and objectives, why, what needs to be achieved in the long term. Okay. Second one is course of action to achieve it, how we are going to achieve it. Okay, what needs to be achieved, set it up that, and how we are going to achieve it. And third part is allocation of required resources. What are the resources required once the policy is made and then action plan is defined? So we need to allocate resources like money, machine, man, etc. to achieve the goals. So this is Chandler's definition. Let me, where is this? Okay. Now we will go back and see the next definition. According to Glueck, that's strategic management is that set of decisions and actions which leads to the development of an effective strategy or strategies to help to achieve corporate objectives. See, in any organization, there will be a lot of decisions. Okay, every part of the organization, there is a senior management, middle management, and lower management, right? Everybody will take the decisions. But strategic management does not deal with these things. It deals with senior management decisions, which help to achieve corporate objectives. Clear, guys? According to Glueck, strategic strategy management deals with any action or any strategy which helps to achieve corporate objectives. So, third definition is given by Payne and Norman. That is what we are going to review today. Again, for according to him, strategic management involves the decision making and activities in any organization which have wider ramification, have a long-term perspective, and use of critical resources. See, if you see all the definition or a general meaning, it is very clear that 5 6 points are very clear. Strategic management is a set of decisions taken by senior managements, right? Which will be having organization wide, have a wider ramification, organization wide impact. It is not for one or two departments, it is a complete organization wide impact will be there, and it will be long term perspective will be there. And fifth one is allocation of resources, critical resources. So why do we do all these things? To achieve organization goals. Okay, from setting of decisions to allocation of resources, every author is saying the same thing. Correct? Here, Penn and Newman's definition also talks about strategic management involves decision making. It has a wider ramifications and have a long-term perspective, and it uses critical resources towards achieving the goals. Correct? So this is the definition given by Penn and Newman. Let's erase this and then see the last definition which we are going to discuss today. This is given by Hambrick and Chen. According to them, strategic management is the formulation and implementation of the major goals and initiatives taken by a company's top management on behalf of the owners based on consideration of resources and an assessment of the internal and external environment in which the organization competes. So clear, guys. Again, it doesn't require any big explanation. These all are the points we discussed. Okay. It is a top management initiative who set the organization goals and objectives. They talk about allocation of resources. It also includes internal and external environmental scanning, okay, to take those decisions. I hope you guys are very clear now what exactly the strategic management is. Moving on, I have summarized everything in one slide, so you can take a screenshot of it. What exactly the general meaning of strategic management, definition of Chandler, Glueck, Payne and Noman, Hamrick and Chen. Moving on, the next point of discussion is strategic management process. What is strategic management process? We discussed in the beginning itself. First one is environmental scanning. Second step is strategy formulation. Third step is strategy implementation. And the fourth step is strategy evaluation, which is while evaluating, we can take some control corrective actions. So this is the four-step process here. The fourth and fifth we covered here in a fourth itself, evaluation and controls, remedial actions. So environmental scanning, strategy formulation, strategy implementation, and strategy evaluation are the steps for strategic management process. Is it the detailed discussion of these things are part of chapter one? No. Okay. Chapter two is all about environmental scanning, internal environment and external environment. What exactly we do in internal environment and what exactly we focus in external environment is discussed in detail in the chapter 2, followed by strategy formulation, what all factors we need to consider and how we implement the strategy implementation. This is a subject matter of chapter 3. So strategic evaluation is a general step. So we will cover that in this chapter itself. Otherwise, environmental scanning, formulation, and implementation are discussed in detail in chapter 2 and 3. Let's look into a brief note on what exactly the environmental scanning, strategy formulation, and strategy implementation and strategy evaluation is. Okay, so far we know that strategy means it is how company achieve their goals and objectives. So goals and objectives set by the corporate senior management team and how that goals and objectives will be achieved is a strategy. The decision made to achieve goals and objectives of the company is a strategy. And this one, the term strategy was widely used in military earlier and later on it was included in business discussion. Now it is most important aspect of any business discussion. The first step of strategic management process is environmental scanning. Before taking any decision, it is important to know what is company's current performance. Without knowing the strengths of the company, weaknesses of the company, without knowing what is the fund available within the company, how many resources are there, doing any decision is useless. So the first and foremost step is to know the current performance. How can we evaluate current performance? First one is internal environment assessment, and the second one is external environment assessment. Review of internal environment and then review of external environment. Internal environment, which is related to company's internal matters, how many people company has, what is company's technology history, how company has grown in the past, what is organization culture, etc., fund availability, etc. So with internal assessment, we will come to know what are the strengths of the company, what are the weaknesses of the company. And next is external environment is about what is happening surrounding to the company. Your company is here, what is happening surrounding to the company? What is your competitor doing? How is government behaving? How is legal structure in the country? All these things are external factors. So we will discuss all these things in chapter 2. Moving on, before that, let me erase this. Okay, next point is strategy formulation. What exactly the strategic formulation is? It is nothing but once we do the environmental scanning, so we have to decide what is the best course of action for an organization. So we have goals and objectives which are set, and with that, what is the best course of action to achieve these goals and objectives is part of a strategy formulation. Once the strategy formulation is completed, what we get as output, we get a three levels of strategies. One is corporate strategy, which is at a topmost layer, then business unit level strategies. For if a company is having multiple businesses, for each of the businesses, what is the strategy? And then functional strategy. Functional strategy deals with what is finance department will do, what is marketing, all these individual departments processes, marketing, production, purchasing. So each individual department wise performance. So corporate is entire group, okay, entire group, and under that there are three, four products will be there in every company. Division one, division two, division three. So this is all about business strategy. What is business one will do, business two, and what is business three is going to do. And under that there will be a sub functions, finance, manufacturing, production or manufacturing, purchasing, marketing, etc. What is their roles? Entire thing will be formulated first. Next step is strategy implementation. So once the documented all strategic decision of a company, then it is important to put it into an action. So strategy implementation is nothing but putting strategy into an action. It includes what is that strategic implementation includes? It includes designing the organization structure, distributing the resources, developing decision-making processes, and managing the human resource. So putting everything in a right place, everything in a right place to make strategy work, correct? Putting everything in the right place, proper structure, proper people allocation, allocating all other resources, everything is part of strategy implementation. Last step is strategy evaluation. How do we evaluate? We have set the goals, we have set the objectives, and then we made an implementation plan, strategy implementation plan, okay, up to the three steps. So then we have to measure the performance. Are we targeting to our goals or not, or are we targeting to our objectives or not? And as per implementation plan, are we implementing or not? Okay, so while implementing, we have understood the internal and external factors. Is that internal factors or external factors are impacting our decision or not? Okay, if everything is going green means going good, then there is no need of any remedial or corrective action. If it is not as per plan, if it is not as per plan, then what companies have to do? They have to take remedial and corrective actions. If it is okay, project to be completed in 3 months, if it is not completed, if it is at only 50% completed, so why this has happened? To make an analysis and then do a corrective action. Okay, how can we do all this performance matching? It is all with our organization goal and objectives with actuals. We have set a target of producing 1,000 cars in 3 months, and at the end of 2 months, if we have produced only 200 cars, right? This is a plan, this is a actual. Compare it, it is for 3 months. Within 1 month, can we produce 800 cars? No. So take some corrective actions here. Clear, guys? This is about strategic evaluation. So it is a summary of strategic management process. Whatever we discussed, the first step is environmental scanning. Second step is strategy formulation. Third step is strategy implementation. And fourth step is strategy evaluation. In the next video, we will discuss about strategic leadership. Thank you so much, and please subscribe my channel.